A spinner is the final stage of a mayfly's reproductive cycle. Oftentimes, during a hatch, trout will key in and feed selectively on spent or expired spinners. We're going to tie this poly spinner on a size 14 DF1 dry fly hook. A DF3 will also work well. Load your bobbin with olive 70 denier ultra thread. Start your thread at the middle of the hook shank and secure it with a jam knot. Wrap rearward until it's about halfway between the hook's point and barb. For the tail of the fly, we're going to use fibers from a brown neck hackle. Strip 10 to 15 fibers free from the stem, doing your best to keep the tips aligned. Use the fibers to form a tail a hook shank in length. Using the pinch technique, secure the fibers to the hook with a few tight wraps of thread. Then use your scissors to trim off the butts. Give a few more wraps to really lock the fibers in place. To form the body of the fly, pull a small clump of olive dubbing from the packet. Using the dubbing technique, apply the fur to your tying thread to form a dubbing noodle. Take wraps so the dubbing starts right at the base of the tail, and then take wraps forward to form a tapered body, about 2/3 of the hook shank in length. For the spent wings of the fly, snip an 1.5 inch long piece of poly yarn from the card. Using the pinch technique, tie in the yarn on top of the hook shank. Then begin making figure 8 wraps to get the yarn oriented perpendicular to the hook. Once you've got the wing looking good, pull just a small pinch of olive dubbing from the packet and make a short, thin dubbing noodle on your tying thread. Make figure 8 wraps around the wing to cover up the tying thread, and then take a wrap or two in front of the wings to form a head on the fly. To secure the thread, use 3 or 4 half hitches and then snip the tying thread off close. To create equal length wings, pull the yarn to vertical and then snip it off to form wings that are approximately a hook shank in length. With that done, apply a drop or two of head cement to the thread wraps and your poly spinner is complete.